Listen closely, for this message carries the weight of unseen effort and quiet victories. In the depths of Shaolin philosophy, the universe does not hand out rewards for desire or expectation. It watches, it measures, and it recognizes the discipline hidden in your daily actions. You earned this is not a cheer, but a silent acknowledgement that your inner work has been noticed, even when the world remained unaware. Every small act of restraint, every moment of patience, every ounce of focus has left a mark on the fabric of existence. I am Shiheng Yi, and today I will guide you through the subtle laws that govern how the universe acknowledges effort. You will learn how quiet dedication becomes visible to forces far greater than ourselves, and why those who persist in unseen labor often receive the most profound rewards. We will explore the principles of Shaolin mastery that remain hidden to most, uncovering truths about alignment, discipline, and timing that even seasoned practitioners often overlook. Stay with me until the end, for by understanding these principles, you will see how every small choice and repeated practice shapes the flow of life in ways you never realized. These lessons reveal why some of the most powerful rewards appear not with noise, but with silence. By the time this video concludes, you will see your own journey in a new light and learn how to honor your own efforts so that the universe responds in kind. Welcome to Shaolin Divine Flow. Subscribe now and join a path where inner mastery meets the subtle recognition of the universe, and where every disciplined step carries the promise of unseen yet undeniable reward. Numbers carry meanings far deeper than what the eye can see, and 888 is one such signal, a symbol whispered by the universe to those who pay attention. In the quiet moments of training, when the body moves through repetitive forms and the mind hovers between thought and stillness, the number reveals a secret law. Balance is the seed of inevitable result. 888 is not luck, nor is it mere coincidence. It is a mirror of forces converging in perfect harmony. I am Shiheng Yi, and in these teachings, 888 represents the alignment of three essential currents within every seeker. The first is a disciplined mind, the ability to steady thought and intention even when chaos surrounds. Discipline is not rigidity, it is the fluid power to remain present, to observe without reacting, and to act with precision when the moment calls. The second current is consistent action. Shaolin masters understand that strength does not rise from sporadic effort, but from the quiet, repeated practice of forms, meditation, and ritual. Every small step, every controlled movement, compounds unseen, weaving threads of energy into a structure strong enough to carry reward. The third is clean intention. Without clarity of purpose, action becomes noise, and discipline loses its meaning. When intentions are pure, free from ego, fear, or desire for recognition, they resonate with the subtle currents of the universe. When these three forces converge, the disciplined mind, consistent action, and clean intention, the result becomes inevitable. Like water flowing through a carved channel, the universe responds naturally, effortlessly, to those who have aligned themselves with its subtle order. 888 is the sign that such alignment is achieved. A quiet acknowledgement that effort, patience, and clarity have drawn their reward closer, waiting silently for the right moment to manifest. The universe moves with a rhythm far older than human desire, indifferent to applause or complaint. It is not swayed by emotion, nor does it bend to impatience. Yet it is precise, like a master scribe recording every intention, every effort, every small act of discipline. Nothing disappears, nothing is wasted. Even when progress seems invisible, the unseen currents are shifting, arranging themselves in response to the energy offered. Consider the nature of effort, repeated, intentional, patient, like a river carving stone over centuries. Consistent action slowly shapes reality. Each choice, each moment of restraint, each practice performed without expectation leaves an imprint. The universe takes note, not with judgment, but with perfect remembrance. It waits for the alignment to ripen, for the vessel to be ready, for the timing to allow the result to manifest fully. 888 embodies this principle, a silent confirmation that the accounts have been settled. The disciplined mind, the clear intention, and the patient practice have been recognized, even if the world remained unaware. The universe does not reward noise or desperation. It honors mastery, the quiet, measured kind that does not seek reward, but moves steadily along the path. This principle teaches surrender to process without surrender to passivity. One must act, repeat, refine, and endure, trusting that every effort has a value beyond immediate recognition. In this way, the universe becomes not a distant authority, but a reflection of inner mastery. It reminds that delay is not denial, and absence of evidence is not absence of result. Everything that is due will arrive in its time. The one who understands this can walk with calm assurance, knowing that their labor has already been acknowledged, and the unseen balance of life will honor it in full, exactly as it should. Before the moment of reward, there is always a passage through trial. Confusion clouds the mind, isolation tests resolve, and progress moves at a pace that seems almost imperceptible. These are not punishments, nor are they signs of failure. They are the quiet crucibles in which strength is forged. In the Shaolin tradition, true power is never granted to those who have not been tempered by endurance. It is earned only through the patience to endure what is unseen and the courage to continue when clarity is absent. Consider the solitary monk sitting in meditation while the world moves without notice. Days stretch into weeks and weeks into months, yet outward results remain invisible. The body aches, the mind wanders, and doubt whispers, yet every repetition, every breath taken with full presence, every act of restraint is quietly building the foundation for the moment when effort and opportunity converge. The universe does not skip this preparation, for it is in these trials that character is revealed. Endurance is the currency of readiness. One cannot carry a reward that the mind and spirit are not prepared to hold. The Shaolin teaching reminds that the universe grants only what the seeker has proven capable of receiving. Confusion refines perception, isolation strengthens self-reliance, and slow progress teaches patience. These trials align the inner vessel, ensuring that when the reward arrives, it is met with clarity, balance, and the discipline to honor it. Through this lens, every period of struggle is purposeful. Each challenge is a silent teacher, guiding the practitioner toward mastery. By embracing the tests rather than resisting them, the seeker learns not only to endure but to transform endurance into readiness. Only then, after the trials have shaped the mind, body, and spirit, does the universe deliver its recognition, and the reward manifests, not as a gift, but as the natural outcome of persistent, disciplined preparation. Discipline is a quiet force, unseen by the world yet deeply felt by the self. It does not seek recognition, nor does it bend to the fleeting applause of others. True discipline persists in the still hours, in the moments when no eyes are watching, and when the mind is tempted to wander. It is in these silent repetitions that the foundation of mastery is laid, each small act of dedication carving a path toward inevitable result. Consider the monk rising before dawn, moving through forms with deliberate attention, performing each motion as if it carries the weight of the universe. There is no audience, no urgent call demanding results. Yet in this unwavering practice, a subtle transformation occurs. The body strengthens, the mind sharpens, and the spirit learns patience. The universe takes notice, not of grand gestures or sudden bursts of effort, but of the quiet, consistent presence that shows up again and again. Discipline is the bridge between intention and manifestation. It teaches the seeker to honor process over expectation, to trust in the power of repetition, and to embrace effort without attachment to outcome. Every disciplined action, no matter how small, signals readiness. The universe responds not to urgency, to desperate pleas or hasty attempts, but to the rhythm of consistent practice, the harmony of effort aligned with purpose. This is why the present moment carries its weight. It is the product of countless unseen choices, of repeated commitment, of a mind that refuses to yield to distraction or doubt. The reward is not in spectacle, but in the silent acknowledgement of alignment. In the flow of disciplined action, the seeker discovers a deeper truth. Mastery is not something granted externally. It is cultivated, honed, and ultimately recognized by the forces of life themselves, arriving quietly, inevitably, and exactly when it is due. There comes a moment when striving ceases to yield results. And yet it is in that very surrender that the path forward becomes clear. For too long, effort weighed heavily against expectation, and every action was shadowed by a desire for immediate outcome. Then, in letting go, a subtle shift occurs. The tension that blocked progress dissolves, and flow, previously elusive, returns naturally. Shaolin wisdom teaches that true action arises not from clinging but from alignment, acting fully in the present while releasing the need to control what has not yet come. Consider the student practicing forms endlessly, each movement deliberate, yet carried without thought of reward. At first, the mind resists, fixated on what must happen next, but over time, a quiet clarity emerges. By loosening the grip of expectation, the body moves more freely, the mind observes more sharply, and the spirit senses rhythms that were previously unnoticed. Detachment does not diminish effort, it magnifies it, allowing each action to resonate fully, unencumbered by fear, desire, or impatience. This principle extends beyond physical practice. Life itself becomes a mirror of this teaching. When outcomes are chased, opportunities slip like water through fingers. When surrender is embraced, alignment finds its way in. Doors open not because they are pushed, but because the seeker has become the right vessel to receive what was already flowing. Letting go does not signal passivity. It is an active intelligence, a conscious decision to trust the process, to honor effort while releasing attachment to timing and result. In this space, the universe recognizes readiness. Energy moves freely, and what was once blocked now manifests effortlessly. The seeker discovers that detachment is not emptiness, but a doorway, one that once crossed allows the natural currents of life to carry discipline, patience, and clarity toward fulfillment. Beneath the surface of every action lies a hidden architecture, a structure of thought, intention, and response that often goes unnoticed by others, but never by the universe. Appearances may deceive, and outward success may seem random, yet the subtle alignment of inner order carries a weight far beyond what the eye can measure. When the mind becomes disciplined, when reactions are tempered and thoughts move with clarity, a quiet transformation occurs, one that the cosmos itself registers. Imagine the practitioner facing challenges that once stirred chaos and doubt. The body remains steady, the breath controlled, and the mind observes without haste. Decisions that would have been impulsive now emerge from calm discernment. Conflicts are met not with tension, but with measured awareness. This is the essence of inner order, the mastery of self before mastery of circumstance. Each subtle shift, the patience in speech, the clarity in decision, the balance in emotion becomes a signal, a marker of readiness that the universe recognizes even before reward manifests. Structure within the self is more than mental discipline. It is a reflection of alignment across all layers of being, thoughts arranged with care, actions performed with precision, and intentions held with purity form an internal rhythm that resonates outward. The universe responds not to appearances, but to the stability and coherence that arise from consistent practice and mindful presence. In this silent exchange, recognition is granted without fanfare. The calm mind, the steady hand, the measured breath, they speak louder than words, declaring that the seeker is ready. Inner order transforms ordinary effort into profound impact, ensuring that when the time comes, the fruits of patience and discipline are not only deserved but inevitable. Those who cultivate such harmony learn that the cosmos honors alignment first, and only then mirrors it outward into their reality. Before a vessel can hold water, it must be prepared, strengthened, and free of cracks. So too, before blessings arrive, the mind and spirit must be capable of containing them without spilling or breaking. True readiness is not measured by desire, but by the quiet cultivation of capacity, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Only when patience, self-control, and clarity have been honed does the universe deliver what has long been earned. Consider the seeker who has endured long periods of practice, repetition, and discipline. Challenges once overwhelming are now met with calm observation rather than reaction. Thoughts no longer scatter at the first sign of distraction. Emotions flow, but they no longer dictate action. In this space, the practitioner has built an internal stability capable of sustaining greater energy, opportunity, and understanding. This is the preparation the universe requires: a mind steady enough to receive, a heart strong enough to contain, and a spirit aligned enough to honor what arrives. The symbol of 888 reflects this readiness, a subtle acknowledgement that capacity has been achieved. It is not a promise of reward in the external sense, but confirmation that the seeker has become a safe vessel. Energy, opportunity, and abundance can now flow without disruption, for the internal structures are aligned to receive, balance, and integrate. This principle teaches patience and precision in cultivation. The universe does not force blessings upon unprepared hands. It waits for the vessel to meet the demands of what is coming. Every act of discipline, every repetition, every moment of self-mastery contributes to this readiness. By cultivating capacity rather than rushing outcomes, the seeker ensures that when reward arrives, it does so seamlessly, without overwhelm, fully in harmony with the inner order that has been quietly achieved. True reward rarely announces itself with grandeur. In the world of subtle mastery, the greatest returns arrive quietly, almost imperceptibly, like a gentle current beneath a still surface. Those who have trained in patience and discipline learn to recognize these whispers of fortune, for they rarely resemble the noisy spectacle the untrained mind expects. Real reward manifests as clarity in thought, perfect timing, or the appearance of the precise opportunity long awaited. It does not demand attention. It rewards readiness. The Shaolin way teaches the practitioner to listen with more than ears. The mind becomes a finely tuned instrument, sensitive to shifts in energy, rhythm, and circumstance. The master does not chase excitement or visibility. Instead, through silent observation and disciplined presence, the subtle signs of progress reveal themselves. A solution arises in a moment previously clouded by doubt, an answer appears where confusion once lingered, or a path opens that had been invisible in haste and distraction. Consider the practitioner who has labored in solitude for years, repeating forms, meditating, and refining every motion. The effort may appear invisible to the outside world, but the universe has been attentive all along. When the inner vessel reaches alignment, the rewards flow effortlessly, slipping into the practitioner's life as naturally as sunlight touching water. This principle teaches restraint, observation, and trust. One does not need noise to confirm the value of practice. True mastery recognizes that quiet reward is more enduring than fleeting applause. By attuning to these subtle signals, the seeker develops patience and discernment, learning that the universe responds to alignment, discipline, and readiness, not to urgency or spectacle. In this way, every silent moment of effort is honored, and the most profound rewards arrive, not with fanfare, but with the gentle inevitability of natural law. Gratitude is more than a fleeting feeling. It is a force that anchors energy and strengthens the flow of life. In the discipline of Shaolin practice, every accomplishment, no matter how small, is honored before seeking the next step. To acknowledge what has arrived is to recognize the effort, patience, and alignment that made it possible. This recognition stabilizes the mind and spirit, creating a foundation upon which further growth can unfold without imbalance or distraction. Consider the practitioner who pauses after completing a form, sitting in stillness and honoring the effort that carried them through each movement. In that quiet acknowledgement, energy shifts, the mind settles, the heart opens, and progress is internalized rather than fleeting. Gratitude becomes a seal, locking in the lessons, the discipline, and the alignment that produced results. It ensures that the fruits of practice are not lost to pride, impatience, or desire for immediate gain. The Shaolin path teaches that life itself operates in cycles. Every stage of progress is connected to what came before and what will follow. To skip acknowledgement is to weaken the cycle, to leave energy unbalanced, and to risk repeating lessons already learned. By cultivating gratitude, the practitioner respects the natural rhythm of cause and effect, recognizing that each result is both a reward and a teacher. This principle extends beyond formal practice. In daily life, gratitude transforms ordinary moments into sources of insight and stability. Recognizing what has been given, whether clarity, opportunity, or discipline, prepares the seeker to receive more without disruption. It becomes a quiet mastery, a subtle art of honoring alignment while inviting continued growth. In this way, gratitude does not merely follow reward, it secures it, ensuring that effort and discipline are carried forward, integrated, and ready to manifest the next stage of life's unfolding with balance and clarity. Progress is often mistaken for haste, yet true advancement moves with rhythm, not urgency. The appearance of 888 is not a conclusion, but a quiet signal, a promotion, a recognition that preparation has been met and the next stage is approaching. Yet to pursue it with impatience risks fracturing the very alignment that earned it. The Shaolin path teaches that each level of mastery unfolds in its own time, and that forcing progression can undo the subtle structures cultivated through discipline, patience, and reflection. Consider the student who has spent years in solitary practice, repeating forms with attention and precision. The mind has grown steady, the body capable, and the spirit attuned. When signs of reward appear, it can be tempting to accelerate, to rush toward the visible markers of success. Yet the universe moves with its own quiet rhythm. To push too quickly is to invite imbalance, to move before the vessel is fully prepared to carry the next wave of energy. True advancement requires calm observation, patience, and trust in the unfolding process. The principle of measured progression teaches that each step is both culmination and preparation. 888 signals readiness, but readiness is not the same as completion. The internal structures must remain intact, the mind must remain clear, and the spirit must remain open. By moving forward with calm deliberation, the practitioner allows alignment to deepen, ensuring that the next level is integrated fully rather than superficially. Rushing breaks rhythm, disperses energy, and weakens the continuity of practice. By contrast, steady, mindful progression strengthens every layer of mastery and cultivates the capacity to receive what is coming with balance and clarity. In this way, the seeker learns to honor timing as much as effort, recognizing that life's most profound rewards are delivered not to those who hurry, but to those who advance with quiet certainty, aligned in body, mind, and spirit. Every step taken in silence, every moment of restraint, and every act of disciplined practice has brought you to this very point. Nothing here is accidental, for the universe does not overlook effort, nor does it reward carelessness. This moment, quiet and unassuming, is the culmination of consistent alignment, the proof that patience, discipline, and steady focus create pathways unseen until they arrive fully formed. The seeker who walks forward without doubt carries more than courage. They carry clarity. They understand that each challenge faced, each temptation resisted, and each repetition completed in solitude has strengthened the mind and refined the spirit. There is no need for external validation, for the internal structures are now solid, and the energy cultivated through careful practice supports every step. Confidence does not roar, it moves like a river, steady, unshakable, and purposeful. To doubt now would be to diminish what has been earned. Shaolin teachings remind us that the mind is a mirror, fear and hesitation cloud perception, while trust in one's own preparation reflects readiness. The practitioner who acknowledges their own efforts sees that the rewards, signs, and alignments are not random gifts, but natural responses to cultivated mastery. Each breath taken in awareness reinforces this foundation, and every measured step strengthens the current of progress already set in motion. Walking forward without doubt is both an act of acceptance and a continuation of discipline. It is the integration of past practice with future potential, carried with quiet confidence and mindful presence. By honoring the journey that led to this point, the seeker ensures that every future step aligns with the rhythm of the universe. In this way, life flows seamlessly with effort, clarity, and patience, and the one who walks steadily discovers that mastery is not a destination, but the art of moving through each moment with unwavering presence and aligned purpose. You earned this. 888 is not a gift handed down lightly, nor is it a fleeting reward. It is a quiet confirmation that your discipline, patience, and steady presence have been noticed by the universe. Every act of restraint, every repetition of practice, every moment you moved with intention has contributed to this alignment. The lessons of Shaolin wisdom remind us that true progress comes not from haste or desire, but from calm consistency, inner order, and trust in the natural flow of life. As you move forward, carry this awareness into your daily life. Honor your efforts, cultivate discipline, and act with clarity and intention, even when results are not immediately visible. Let patience guide your actions, and let detachment create space for alignment to enter. By doing so, you will find that the universe responds naturally to your readiness, offering opportunities, clarity, and growth at the precise moment they are meant to arrive. Walk your path with quiet confidence, knowing that every effort matters, every choice shapes your journey, and every small step contributes to your unfolding mastery. Allow this understanding to deepen your practice, enhance your presence, and bring balance to your mind, body, and spirit. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found value in these teachings, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Shaolin Divine Flow, where ancient wisdom meets modern practice and where every step toward mastery is honored and supported. Stay steady, remain aligned, and let the quiet flow of the universe guide your path.